So I think my fog lights delivered today. Oh, yep, they're in. I'll be installing these bad boys as soon as the sun comes up. Of course, it's dark right now, and when we have warmer temperatures. Temperatures are right now are like 30 degrees, and yeah, I'm not gonna try to install fog lights on my car when it's 30 degrees outside. I'm trying to grab this with one hand. It's not working too well. But yeah. Install these spider and flip that up. Install these fog lights whenever it warms up and when the sun starts to shine. So, of course, I'm going to be doing an unboxing video for this fog light kit that I bought for the FRS. So I'm just going to get right into it, and I'm going to just open this thing up like a normal person would. Here's the wiring harness and I guess the relays. Here's the switch bezel. Is that in focus? It's in focus now. This is the switch molding. I don't remember the name of this thing. It'll hit me later once I'm done recording, like always. But it comes with one of these things, and these are very expensive from the dealer. So this is very nice that this kit came with this. The actual fog lights. The bezel. Oh, these are carbon fiber. I thought they had like a shine to them. These are carbon. Okay. It's got like a carbon fiber design on it. I like it. The bezels. And last but not least, the instructions. Yeah, this is everything that came in the kit. Sorry, my nose is kind of runny. It's really cold outside. I don't have COVID. I like how when people sniffle or sneeze or cough in random places, their automatic response is, "There's my cat. Yeah, there's Smokey. He was in the last fog light unboxing video a couple years ago, actually several years ago." But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I like how when people, they sneeze and cough and they have sniffles because it's cold outside, or they might just have allergies, and people automatically think, "Oh my god, you got COVID." No, I don't. It's really cold outside and my nose is just runny. And I'm just going to keep these in the pack so I don't lose anything, because I'm prone to losing some stuff, because I'm not going to be installing these fog lights until it gets a little warm outside. So it comes with fog lights, fog light housing, the bulbs, bezels, the switch harness, I think that's what it's called, I can't remember, and wiring and a relay, and some zip ties in there too. That's not in focus. Yeah. So that's what came with the fog light kit. I got this kit on eBay for like 40 bucks. I was gonna go to FT Speed, or I don't remember the 86 website that ordered their fog light kit, and it was way more expensive than what I paid on eBay, and I think it's the same exact thing. So I went with the cheaper price on eBay, and I'm going to see how well these things do. Hopefully they don't disappoint me. And luckily this time these have like the yellow overlay on them, so I don't have to add that later down the road. It's already on there. Because I like the yellow style fog lights because it reminds me of like JDM. But yeah, that's it of this unboxing video. It's cold outside, but we're going to install some fog lights today. So first things first, we're going to take these wiring and bolt them down to the side firewall, or not firewall, but some extra bolting over on the side of the engine bay. But we're going to bolt down this relay, and then we're going to not necessarily connect the positive to the battery yet. That would be the last thing I'll do. But we're going to just start wiring this thing up and making sure things are nice and flush. Just take off that battery top. Take that off. Put the relay over here. And the positive goes. I'm gonna have to take off this fuse box. Take this off first. I'm gonna stick this underneath. I pretend I know what I'm doing. Okay, so change of plans. So the wiring isn't long enough for the relay to go right here. I don't know if that's in focus or not. Right where that bolt is at. I don't know if that's in focus or not, but it was going to go right there, but the wiring is too short, so I'm going to put the relay right here, bolt it right here, and I'm going to put the ground right there. Okay, so I have the ground wire over there. I don't know. That's very dark. I don't know if y'all can see that. Just lighten it up. There we go. Got the ground wire over there, and I got the relay bolted down right here. I'll clean all this wiring stuff up here too once I'm finished with all the installation and stuff. That's all bolted down. I will connect the positive. And the positive is right there. I'll connect the positive once everything is all, bolted down and wired up, and then I will install the positive wire, make sure everything is functional. I have the wiring tucked underneath the strut bar, underneath the fuse box, and it goes down to where the fog lights should be at. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take that bezel off. I'm gonna push the grill back so I don't have to take off the whole bumper, and take that bezel off, and I'm gonna run the wires. I'm gonna run the wires all the way across so I don't have to take off my bumper and do all that mess, because I have to go underneath the car and take off the splash panel and go and take off clips and screws and bolts, and yeah, no, nobody got no time for that. We're just trying to do a quick, simple fog light install, and we're just gonna take those two end bezels off, push the bumper back, and just run the wire all the way through underneath the grill behind the bumper. got the napkin on the end of this tool here so I don't scratch up my paint. Oh. Oops, I broke one off. Huh. Oh my god. That's easily fixable. So a little hiccup had happened. Yeah, I had to wire tap. That actually goes to the switch. So I had to wire tap the switch wire to some extra. I had to go out and buy some extra wiring so I could wire tap the switches wire all the way down where the fog light wires go through, and if follow it underneath the bumper just like the fog light wiring all the way up from down there where the driver's side fog light is going to be at, and I had to wire it through where the extra wiring is held right here, and then yeah, I had to basically splice the switches wire that connects to the battery from the battery all the way around to where the firewall is at, because the next step is I'm going to run this wire right here that connects the switches wire is going to run through the firewall. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I'm making sense or not. I'm really sorry. I'm horrible at explaining things, and I have not had a lick of caffeine today, so I'm like really drowsy. So, but that's where, and my hands are really ashy. I'm sorry. It's really cold, and cold weather makes my skin dry. But that little rubber nipple thing, I'm going to have to cut a little hole into that, and that's going to run the wire right here. It's going to run straight into through the firewall into the interior of the car. So that's what I'm going to do next. That was a roundabout of fun too. That was very, yeah. I would solder wires, but I don't know how to do that. So the easiest way for me is to wire tap the wires instead of soldering and melting wires together, which I don't know how to do. Okay, now that that's threaded through the firewall, we're going to go inside and start installing the switch and other components to finish this install on it. And as you can see, there's the wire sticking out coming in from the engine bay through the firewall into the interior. So we're going to take all this stuff off so we can get access to this bad boy right here. This can pull on down or not. That's secured by a little go ahead and plug these. Alright, that's all done. Okay, now I'm going to take this old harness off. There's some clips back here. And there's some clips, if y'all can see that. So I'm just going to push this down and push this in, and it should come out. Yep. Here's the old one. New, old. Let's go ahead and install this into its new home. First, I'm going to take these out. I think that needs a little screwdriver to push that out. Push all these wires through, and it snaps back into place. Just like that. Don't know if the camera picked up that last bit, but it just snapped back into place. So this wire right here is going to be spliced onto this wire right here that connects to the battery. So I'm going to cut this off right here, and I'm going to splice this wire to this wire, and we'll have some power coming in through this wire from the battery. Then this wire right here is the power, the positive for the switch. I've got the grounded right here. Whenever I'm done and I put everything back together, it's going to go grounded right there. And the power switch, or not the power, yeah, the switch has to be spliced into a wire. And what I've been reading and what I've been researching on is that there's a turn signal wire in one of these clips in here. I have to pull it out. It's a green wire, and I have to splice that wire into, splice this wire into the turn signal wire. So that's what I'm going to do here in a second. So there's this clip, or this wiring here, that was coming out of this first hole right here, and then there's a second set of wiring. So, and I'm going to use that second set of wiring, which this is the second set. I'm going to use this. There's a green wire right here, and that's a positive wire. So I'm going to splice my switches wire into the positive green wire, and we're going to have some positive going into the switch so we can have some power going right there. Okay, so I've wiretapped the switches wire and the wire that goes to the turn signal, and now all I have to do is put everything back together again and clean up the wiring, make sure everything is neat, make sure there's nothing hanging or where it doesn't look all messy. And the last thing will be to install the fog lights themselves. So that's going to be the next step. After I clean all this stuff up, I will be installing the fog lights after this. Everything's put back together again. So what I do with these little pieces right here is I use some super glue and I glued down the front ends of this piece that helps the screw helps screw in the fog lights. I glued them on the back of the fog lights like this. See if that's making sense. I glued that on there so I don't have to take off the bumper and hold down the grommets or whatever, and yeah, do all that mess. But I thought that was easier for me, so I'm going to do that for the other side too. And I'm trying to hurry up and do this because it's getting ready to rain. It's really cold out here. I've been out here for several hours and I'm just ready to get this project done. So yeah, by the time I start recording again, the fog lights should be in. Fog lights installed.